Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a energy body check-in. And if you don't know, the energy body is one of 5 koshas as described in Hindu scriptures. We have our physical body, and then we have 5 other sheaths as it's described, and the energy body is the second sheath. And the energy body is where our chakras are located. So we're going to do a quick check-in on how your energy body is doing, what is needed to heal, whatever comes up in this reading. So I'm using the Sacred Mysteries, the Chakra Oracle. We're going to pull a few cards just to see what chakras are kind of in need of attention right now, or what is kind of playing out in your life. And then we're also going to use the Land Sky Oracle, which I absolutely love. This is based on the 8 limbs of yoga. So we're gonna use this to see kind of what needs attention, or what's the focus right now, and then we're gonna use this to see what is needed to bring chakras in balance, or what is needed to kind of empower them more. And then we're also going to use some tarot to kind of clarify or look more into this situation and clarify what's going on. So I'm using my Astrology Answers tarot deck, which I have stored in this little bag, and then the Universal Waite tarot deck, the mini one, which is in this adorable tin, and I love it. So let's get started with the pile prep. So we're gonna pick piles by just laying them out. Typically, I would just do a reading, what we would either pick an image for the pile, or once you get to the pile, I would pull most of the cards. But in this case, what I'm going to do is actually start with the chakra cards, because I don't want any messages repeated. I want to keep the piles as distinct as possible. There's a chance messages could repeat. There's more than one card for each chakra here. So there's a chance that, the same chakras would be coming up in different piles. But what I want to do is make the messages as distinct as possible. So I'm just going to make the 4 piles here. And you can just pick whatever pile is resonating with you. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're also going to pick 1 card from the Land Sky Oracle, which is intended to be a message, for healing or empowering the chakra. So I should have pulled this out first because this is bigger. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so typically, I would pull the cards as I'm doing it, but I want to have as little overlap as possible this time. So we're just going to do 4 piles that you pick now, and then we'll move into the reading with that. So go with whatever number is resonating with you. Another reason is that I really want you to pick with your intuition, or pick with kind of your instinct, or what your body is telling you, rather than kind of just look at the message or look at the card and see what you want to hear. So pay attention to your intuition, or pay attention to perhaps a certain number that was repeating for you. Lately, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you feel called to. So pick with what you're feeling within, and you can also tune into your energy body by taking a deep breath up and down your spine. Just imagine the breath, kind of going up and down your spine, and take a second there and feel what you are being called to. You will feel a sense of peace or joy, or maybe a little flutter or excitement within you when you focus on the pile that is meant for you, or when you focus on the number that resonates with you. So we'll get started with pile 1, and we'll see you back here. Welcome, pile 1. So let's take a look at your cards. So for chakras, you have service number 25 with Lord Rama, and number 30 with communication. So even though this is kind of purple, this has to do with the throat chakra. And then you have Mala with remember. So, and that's number 39. Okay. So with this message here, this is to tune in with who you authentically are and the purpose of your incarnation. Typically, our purpose is, there is some service that we all do for humanity, whatever that is. It looks differently for each one of us, and that's the beauty of it, because we all come to serve each other in such unique and beautiful and helpful ways. So each one of us has our own gift that we provide of service to everybody else, in addition to paying attention to our own healing and in addition to our inner empowerment and soul development, we also serve humanity. So in this case, you are asked to tune in to your heart chakra to understand the gift of your service to humanity. This is something that will bring you the most peace. It doesn't necessarily need to be something that other people are doing, or what may be conventionally accepted as service. It could be in your own unique way. Perhaps your service is to add more beauty to the world, is to empower others to seek their own path. And sometimes our purpose may not be so clear to us, but what matters truly is that we tune into our heart to do what feels the most right to us. And with Lord Rama in this card, he was kind of the embodiment of service and duty, because his whole life, he lived for a cause beyond himself. He was born as a king, but he was exiled to the forest, and even then, he knew that his duty was something more than himself. So he's kind of like the epitome of selfless service and duty, and for kind of thinking about the world beyond just ourselves, our individual selves. And with communication here, your purpose may be tied to that. Your service, how you serve others, may be tied to that. However, on a more general note, we all have a duty of service where we are like vessels of communication. Communication goes both ways. It involves listening as well as speaking. So with these cards, this is asking you, when you express yourself, when you share yourself with others, whether you are posting on social media or speaking to another or listening to another, or even when you're by yourself, just listening to your own intuition, focus on your authentic self and expressing who you are authentically. Authentically, is that a word? I think that's the word. So that is to speak with love, express love, listen with love. Everything you do, remember that you are love, and you are a divine being. You can choose to either identify with your ego, which seeks to separate or, make you believe that you are somehow different from others, or that you are better or less, whatever it is. So focus on oneness and knowing that you matter, and so do other people. So value yourself, value others, and whatever you share of yourself with others, make sure that it is loving and divine and a true reflection of you, beyond just your ego self. So let's see what more comes up in tarot. And also this can be, remember your connection to divinity while you are communicating or serving in whatever capacity that is for you. And this doesn't have to be anything like special or different from what you are doing. Wherever you are, however you are living your life, whatever it is that you do, in the divine's eyes, no one is bigger or smaller. We're all the same, and what we have to provide to the world is equally important, no matter what we're doing or what our societal status is, our social class. In the divine's eyes, that society, in the divine's eyes, we're all valuable and all important. So make sure to honor that within yourself and honor that within others as well. So you have the Star, Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Emperor. Okay. So with the Star, again, you're asked to kind of tune in to what truly brings you joy, what holds the most meaning to you, where you feel called to, where you feel the most freedom, in how you are expressing yourself. I'm going to do that because YouTube has certain guidelines that require covering that up. But anyway, so tune into what truly matters to you, where you feel called to, what brings you the most sense of freedom and happiness, where you feel like you can truly be yourself and grow. This might be something that is a bit of a challenge for you right now. Perhaps you're trying to, you have a day job, or you have responsibilities to fulfill to yourself and your family, and it may have been hard to maybe think of more than yourself, and that's totally understandable. I don't think you need to feel guilty for not being able to put other people first, or whatever it is, because ultimately service is not something that doesn't always have to be a sacrifice, doesn't always have to be that you have to be doing it all the time. Sometimes simply by listening to others, simply by, sharing a smile or being kind, you are adding good to the world. The key here is to kind of do it in a selfless way, to serve without expectation. So whatever you have to give, and it could be just your time or even just your silence, perhaps there's so much around you that could feel so chaotic that, sometimes just staying out of it can be an act of service. So give what you are able to abundantly without expecting anything in return. Perhaps make this like a habit or something that, maybe spend some time to think about what this is for you, and kind of make a joyful habit out of it. Create happiness or joy in doing this. And personally, I'll tell you, for me, it's doing these readings. It just makes me happy, and I hope that whoever sees this can find empowerment, and so I keep doing it. There's nothing I'm really seeking more than that here. So, that's a personal example, but do that in your own life, whatever it is. In your own little way, share joy or share happiness, empowerment, service, whatever it is with the world, without expecting anything in return, because you will find that it's something that will really be fulfilling for you, even though that's not the purpose of this. You may actually just enjoy doing it. And so do it just because, you want to do it, or it's the right thing to do, without expecting anything in return. And know that you actually have this power. It'll be different for everybody. And sometimes, honestly, it could be a prayer. It could be that you just pray sincerely with the divine and pray for peace for the world. And sometimes even just that thought, or that mentally, however you are thinking it or whatever you are hoping for, we kind of reflect that in the world around us. So if there's nothing you can do or give, or if you are feeling that way, simply spend a few minutes a day praying for the world, and eventually that will make a really big difference for you. So let's pull out some clarifiers and see what comes up here. And I'm going to move this card once we pull out clarifiers. Okay, so you have the King of Swords on the star, the Tower, Queen of Swords, Judgment, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so this, however you are desiring to serve, perhaps you know what it is. It's something that makes you really happy, but you haven't found the courage or the inspiration or, like a good reason to do what it is that you want to do. And this is saying to simply stop thinking and do it. You may also find that maybe, you're so caught up in your day-to-day life that you're not finding the time to do it. You just have to break the pattern. So once you kind of break this pattern of not taking a step forward or overthinking, it'll become so much more easier for you to kind of break cycles altogether and serve with ease and abundance. You won't have to think about it as much. It'll kind of become second nature. Whatever this is for you, when you take the first step, like a new journey starts altogether. And if you are kind of feeling shy about this, or like, you know, if you're feeling somehow you're doubting yourself, this card is saying you don't have to answer to anybody but the divine. So ultimately, as long as you offer this with love, with the intention of kindness, of something positive, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So it's clear that, you know, there's a pause because there's a hesitancy within you to take a step towards something that really might bring you fulfillment and joy and freedom ultimately. Because when we serve, we also free ourselves from our own, you know, like karma or mental patterns, whatever that may be. Even though ultimately that's not the reason to do it, when we just follow our heart and choose kindness, it's just so empowering for us. So, you know, this whole spread is just saying, don't wait anymore. Really take that step. Really do what makes you happy. And remember, there really doesn't have to be like a clearly defined purpose, like where, oh, if I do this, then this is the payback, like this, or, you know, it'll make X amount of people happy. It'll bring me X amount of dollars. Like that's not the purpose. The purpose is to simply feel freedom and joy in doing selfless service. So take that step. Do whatever is in your heart that brings you the most freedom and joy, because that is your way of both empowering yourself and serving humanity. So that's your reading, pile one. I hope that resonated with you. We will see you again next time. Take care. Welcome, pile two, to your reading. So you have card number 39 with detachment, and this is Lord Shiva. And then you have 46, cosmic consciousness with Lord Krishna. And you have avidya, which is spiritual ignorance. So this is really powerful. So with this combination here, Shiva signifies detachment, yet he is the most caring, compassionate, forgiving, loving, innocent type of God, type of energy, you know? And detachment doesn't mean not caring. Detachment means just not attaching yourself to a certain person or a consequence or an action or a thought or a moment, experience, whatever it is, it's kind of flowing and letting things flow. This is the Ajna chakra, by the way, the third eye, and this is the Sahasrara chakra with the crown chakra, the cosmic consciousness. So there's some energy, you know, indicated with the third eye and the crown, like the two topmost chakras. That doesn't, you know, it just, those chakras are more connected to the cosmic consciousness, the elements that are no longer tangible or measurable. They go beyond what can be seen or kind of perceived. they're kind of things that can only be experienced and like maybe barely understood only if you have experienced that for yourself. So so with this particular combination, perhaps, you know, the spiritual ignorance here also is kind of translating to me as lack of trust or lack of belief or faith in the divine. So perhaps the unhappiness, uneasiness, you know, whatever you are feeling in your life currently, maybe heaviness or a sense of burden or fear, whatever you're going through is coming from a lack of faith, lack of trust in the divine. So you are asked to let go of, you know, things you can't change, but also letting go of this idea that you need to bring about the change, you need to do everything, or like, you know, the entire responsibility is on you. So in a way, the divine is actually asking you here to, hey, hand over your burdens to me. And with Krishna here, you know, the Bhagavad Gita comes to mind, where Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita is, you know, having trouble making a decision. And Krishna says, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but do the right thing and detach from the result. Like, do what you know is right from your heart, from your experience, as your duty, but leave the consequences up to me. So just in your life, you know, focus on maybe where you are feeling away from the divine, or feeling like you like wherever you feel that you are alone, or that you are not helped by the divine, or you feel like you're just by yourself, you know, that's where you need to invite the divine into that part of your life. So there's free will, but it's our right to exercise our free will. The divine, or any divine beings, masters, angels, they don't intervene without your consent and your free will. So make the effort here to invite the divine into whatever aspect in your life needs help and needs attention right now. So let's look at your tarot and take a closer look. Two of Cups with Lovers, with Two of Cups. I always just think of this card as Lovers because it just holds so much love energy. King of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Seven of Wands. You have two sevens, two court cards, and a two. Okay. So this is asking you, you know, to bring love into your situation, to invite the divine into your situation, to allow the divine to heal, and putting your trust and faith into the divine, knowing that, you know, as long as you have done whatever you can do that you know is the best you can do, that's where the next step is just surrender. There's no need to, like, you know, go back and forth. There's no need to like overthink it. Simply, when you're making the decision, be in the present, and do what is the best possible thing to do at that time, and then let it go. Let it all go, So this is asking you to kind of take control of your actions and your thoughts and your passion, and your emotions too, especially the ones that are like have the power to really push you or motivate you, to not be all over the place, to focus on what it is your goal is here, what you want to manifest, what you want to accomplish. Do the best you can, take the action, and let it go. It's your job to aim, and to pull the string back, and where the arrow goes, it's a bit out of your, once the arrow is released, it's out of your control. So that's kind of what you are asked to do here. When you're in the present moment, take your time to focus, set your aim, harness your power, be in that moment and do the best that you can in the moment, but you can't keep waiting there forever. You can't keep waiting to pull the arrow, and you have to release it at the right time, without expectation, or with surrender. So do the best you can, and then let go, because after you release that arrow, it's not up to you anymore. You move on to the next thing that you have to do. So if you are feeling, in this case, maybe you're overthinking a lot, maybe, there's something that means a lot to you, but perhaps you are quite not able to achieve it, or you feel like you're not enough for it, bring the divine into that situation. Do the best you can. Release your fears. Put your trust and faith in the divine, and also in yourself. Part of the spiritual ignorance is not acknowledging your own divinity, because the divine works through you as well. You are a channel for the divine. So tune into that energy. And the detachment also comes in there, with both when you tune in to the cosmic consciousness, when you tune into that divine energy, you have to be willing to surrender to it. You can't project your own thoughts at it, So tune into your intuition, tune into your own divine wisdom and your experience. Do the best you can at the present moment, and then let it go. Don't go back and forth on it. Don't overthink it. Don't go revisiting the past, wondering what you did wrong. I mean, it's healthy to learn, but once you have learned that lesson, don't go back to it. So in this case, I feel like you're kind of maybe belittling yourself, by not understanding the true power that you have and the help that is available to you. So meditation is called for with this pile, with these two chakras coming through. It's really important for you to meditate on the third eye and kind of detach yourself from your thoughts and your judgments, and just focus on the pure cosmic consciousness, and allow guidance to come to you. And then take your steps with love. And sometimes it's also understanding that having faith in the divine is actually not constantly doubting it or kind of projecting your own fear and negativity onto it. We're all guilty of that. We all do it, but don't be too attached to that feeling, that sensation. Allow yourself to move forward. and let the divine also help you out in this situation. So let's do some clarifiers and see what comes up. Okay. So you got the 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles again, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and Knight of Cups. Okay. So again, you have 2 2s, and you also had a 2 here, and you had 2 7s, and you got 2 more 7s. So 2 is a number of partnership and balance. So with these cards, to me, that translates to you and the divine. So build a relationship with the divine. 7, I've always interpreted that as like the energy of like miracles and action in the tangible world. So that both together to me is talking about allowing the divine to work miracles in your world, allowing the divine to create changes and pathways that you haven't dreamed of in your life, or in your mind. You haven't dreamt of it yet, but allow the divine to stay detached from your own expectations or from your own agenda. And that doesn't mean like to ignore it, it's to do the best you can, but leave room for miracles, leave room for the divine to also do its thing, work its magic. So if you can't make a decision on how to proceed here, work on connecting deeper with the divine, and meditation on the third eye, studying spiritual texts, kind of analyzing your own life and understanding where you are letting fear take over your sense of love and faith and surrender, and allowing love to take over where there is confusion and fear. So you have to do that piece of it, where you just have to do the best you can with what you have and then surrender your actions. And perhaps, you are holding back from taking action altogether because you are delaying this decision. You are kind of using this sense of confusion, or like just your fear as an excuse for not taking action. And that's where you just have to let go and just take that step. Detach yourself from fear and unnecessary emotions or thoughts. Focus only on what is relevant to the situation, what you can do now with the time that is given to you and the choices available to you, rather than having false expectations or kind of unrealistic expectations of what could happen, should happen, or what would happen if only you gave it more time, or you did something a little different. I think the situation here is actually you have to detach yourself from the outcomes, from the results, from the expectations here, and just take the right action. That's what the cards are asking you to do. And if you are unclear on what your next action should be, do what brings you the most sense of love and peace and happiness. what stirs the most joy. And if you have options, lay them in front of you and focus on, okay, if this were to happen, how would I feel? And kind of allow the answer to come to you without projecting your own thoughts or your own fantasies or your own future that hasn't happened yet. Allow the answers to come to you, and then go with the option that just brings you the most peace and joy, because that will be the answer forward. So that's what's coming through for you, pile 2. Please let me know if it resonates. I feel like, it's really powerful here because the divine actually wants to help you, but you have to allow the help to come, and you also have to ask for help because, there's free will. You can do whatever you want to do, but, kind of working with the divine and knowing yourself will give you the best chance forward. So that's the message for you, pile 2. I hope that resonated, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. So you have card number 22 with beauty, and this is Chakra. It's Venus in Sanskrit. And you have card number 34 with dialogue. I believe this is Saraswati. I think it may be like a tantric emanation of her. But, and then this Venus is also, goddess Lakshmi is associated with the Venus energy. So the goddess energy, especially like the tantric goddess energy, is kind of very strong for you here. And that is just, it's talking about harnessing inner power. It's talking about allowing the divine, kind of merging with the divine, allowing the divine to manifest itself through you, but in a very, knowing that the divine can be seen in so many different aspects. So let's see what else comes up. Card number 47 with the fear of death. Okay, wow. That's a powerful combo, and with the kind of the darkness here in this card, this is talking about the transience of everything in life, knowing that everything in life will eventually fade. Everything in the physical world that you see is subject to decay and death and change. And perhaps you're kind of having trouble accepting that. So this 22 is the heart chakra. The beauty card here is with the heart chakra. And then this is the throat chakra with dialogue. So, with the Venus here, this is talking about everything in life that is just beautiful, passionate, loving, and just so harmonious and beautiful. And then this is talking about dialogue, kind of paying attention to the energy beneath what is seen or said. Like the underlying current, underlying energy, the natural flow of things beneath what is visible. And then, with the fear of death, this to me is talking about a few things. Firstly, if you are trying a lot to hold on to your external sense of beauty, or if you find that that's an aspect of your life that you are just so attached to, you're trying to control this so much, this is saying, you know, pay attention to the beauty within as well. And don't be fooled by external beauty or external looks. It doesn't have to be with people. It could also relate to situations where something may seem, you know, just such a wonderful opportunity, or somebody's having a wonderful life, or some, you know, something, opportunity or an offer just seems so good to be true. But pay attention to the underlying energy within as well, especially with your intuition and your bodily instinct as well. Don't dismiss that. Pay attention to what you feel beneath what you are seeing and perceiving. And this is also asking you to not be afraid to let go of ideas or behaviors, even relationships or aspects of your life that you've held on to for so long, that maybe felt so familiar, and you know, for a long time it worked for you. But don't be afraid to let it go and kind of seek something new and fresh, something that is kind of calling, you know, for you beneath the surface. I feel that, you know, with this, a lot of you are asked to kind of focus on the energy rather than what is physically, you know, visible or tangible in any situation that you are in, whether it has to do with yourself or with another person or a situation. Pay attention to how you feel within and make sure that there's beauty there, and follow the the options or the path of life that evokes the sense of beauty and harmony and love from within, from even if it's not visible to the naked eye, follow what invokes that or evokes that beauty within you, or what makes you feel excited, joyful, passionate, and just kind of luxurious and happy and free. Don't be afraid to feel that way. Don't be afraid to live your life with so much happiness, freedom, success. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to fear what is ending or what is leaving your life. You don't have to fear that. Always choose what brings you the most joy and beauty. Essentially, that's what Tantra teaches us, to kind of go within and to know that we are deserving of love and beauty, and that there's always this option, no matter how things seem, even in the darkest of times where there's no hope. You can create this option, a path forward that is just impossibly freeing and beautiful and uplifting, happy, all that. So you never have to choose. You have the free will, and you do not have to choose negativity or darkness, or death here, meaning lack of hope, lack of growth, lack of life. This is just so powerful and beautiful. I feel like I've talked about it too much. So let's pull tarot and see what comes up. And with the goddess energy here, and the power of these cards is just always choose love and happiness. Okay, so Page of Wands jumped out before I was finished shuffling, so we're gonna take that. And let's see what more comes up. Wow. 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, the World, Ace of Cups, the Magician. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this is talking about perhaps a situation that is kind of, there's something that maybe could have ended, but also something with the ending comes a new beginning. So understanding that whatever has kind of closed in your life or is just leaving your life is not meant to bring you towards darkness or sadness, or it's actually meant to bring you towards immense happiness, more happiness than you have ever known in the past. So don't fear this new beginning. Look forward with optimism and hope, and knowing that you deserve to just feel like luxurious, cherished, beautiful, passionate, free, all that in your own life, and go towards options that make you feel that way, and allow that to lead you on in life. Release the fear of losing things, because it's just making way for something infinitely more beautiful that you can't even see right now. So with the 10 of Cups, this is one of the happiest cards in tarot. It talks about fulfillment, abundance, kind of feeling so, like you have everything you need. Whether it's a partner, it's a home, success, recognition, happiness. It's that sense of fulfillment that you feel when you are complete, So you deserve to feel that. And if you picked this pile, then that's what you are meant to experience. That's the goal for you. So anything that is not making you feel this way, walk away from it, let it go. And don't look for answers that don't exist. There are times when in life, certain situations that we go through, or, experiences or people that we meet, sometimes, it's not the time for the answer, and sometimes there really is no answer, and there's no point looking for an explanation that is simply not there. So allow yourself to choose to be free rather than being confused. Allow yourself to just let go of that, because clearly you are on the threshold of a brand new cycle. A brand new cycle that is filled with just so much like love, magic, happiness, hope, manifestation, and really bringing to life like all that you've ever dreamed of, and also just enjoying this feeling of like being so complete and whole and so taken care of and so successful and abundant within your own being, because ultimately we experience life within ourselves. Other people may influence how we feel sometimes, but ultimately that experience happens within us, and you can choose to you can choose your experiences. And even if you don't have a choice, sometimes, something unexpected and, unhappy, say, came across your path, it happens. It's a part of life, but you can choose to move on from it. You can choose to let go and simply choose happiness because you are worthy of it. You don't need permission to do that. You are just worthy of it by being here and existing. You deserve happiness, love, fulfillment, success, to feel beautiful, however that translates to you. This is just such a magical pile, pile 3. Like, it's whatever you are going through right now. You know, it might have, I feel like you guys are kind of purging a darker cycle. It's not affecting you as much as it did. And if it is, the effect will lessen over time. But you are stepping into a really magical new cycle where you will just feel so loved and cherished from within, you know, without, there's no specifics on, you know, what is coming in your life that may make you feel that way, but you will feel that way. So we have the High Priestess, the Moon, 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Devil. Okay. So with this pile, you know, as Rumi said, allow yourself to be drawn by the silent pull of what you love, or something along those lines. You know, allow yourself to just be led by love and happiness, and that I still haven't found that right word. This sense of like completion, wholeness, beauty, magic. Kind of this luxurious feeling, you know, of joy. Allow yourself to be led by that and know that you are worthy of that. And that's the key here, because that's when you follow this feeling, when you pay attention to the energy beneath the surface that is kind of making you happy or excited or loving or free, despite what is on the surface, the energy within, that is where the ultimate path, the ultimate happiness is. So I feel that for a lot of you, perhaps your thoughts are trying to kind of take you away from, you know, experiencing this ultimate freedom and happiness and abundance, and is kind of creating these thoughts of, you know, creating fear in your mind. Thoughts have that energy, thoughts do that. So allow yourself to kind of detach from your thoughts and pay attention to your heart chakra, and what the energy, you know, beneath is speaking to you about. So this is your intuition, I feel like, you know, with the divine feminine energy here, it's that energy that is speaking to you. So if there's a goddess that, you know, especially with the moon here also coming up, if there's a goddess that you resonate with, really tune in to her and her guidance. And even if you don't, you know, like Mother Earth, even just simply ask the divine feminine energy within you to kind of speak to you. Let it tell you, let it lead you and guide you. So this cycle of kind of, you know, pain, anxiety, sadness, depression, you're moving on from it. And allow yourself to move on from it. Allow yourself to learn and experience things you haven't experienced before. Don't be afraid to dream of what could be possible right now. You know, make those wishes, dream those dreams. Perhaps even the ones that may seem too magical to even happen. It's how it makes you feel that is more important than anything right now. So So allow yourself to move away from fear and defeat, darkness, sadness, betrayal, those types of energies, and visualize how things can be if they were perfect. But see, that's your power. That's where you access your power. Because if it wasn't for this challenge of, the darkness, you wouldn't know how to harness your light. So all these fears are coming up for you. You have to learn to transcend them. You have to learn to dare to have hope despite how the situation seems. Dare to dream of a happy future, of a happy, successful, abundant future that you can't see right now, but feel it, tune into how that might feel. If all your dreams, your happiest dreams will come true right now. And that's where your power of manifestation comes from. And, especially with this combination, your thoughts are acting against that. But it's up to you to change that narrative. Wow, this is really powerful. So don't let your thoughts or your fear of things ending or going badly stop you from creating the future and dreaming of the future that you really want. And it doesn't have to be in the distant future. You can have it right now. If you can think it, it's with you. So work on yourself to invoke feelings within you that bring you this joy, bring you this sense of fulfillment and abundance and success, because if you can feel it, you can manifest it. And just don't give power to your thoughts that are telling you, you can't do this, you'll fail, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to it. So that was such a lovely message, Pile 3. I wish I could have gone on more, because I feel like, there's just so much happiness and like positivity and excitement and energy coming through that, it's hard to put into words sometimes. But I feel that, a really tough cycle is ending, and though you may, still have negative thoughts creep up, or just fear creep up, know that you have the power to manifest joy and beauty and love for yourself, and allow yourself to dream that and to choose that in your life. So that's all for you, Pile 3. We'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome, Pile 4, to your reading. So you have card number 28 with ignorance. This is the heart chakra, and this is the bija akshara for the heart, which says yum. And you also have 47 with reality. This is the crown chakra, and you have goddess Saraswati. It's really beautiful here because, you have ignorance on one hand, and you have Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. So you have both these kind of contrasting aspects. And then you have Pratyahara with card 25, turning inward. So this is about like inner focus, concentration, and paying attention to the divine and the energies within yourself. So this is talking about, if there's information you are seeking, it will come to you. And the answers may also be within. If you are doubting your sense of intellect or, your capabilities, know that it's possible for you to learn more right now. And it could go both ways. If you think you already know everything, that's ignorance. And there's always more to know. And if you think that, there's something that you don't know, information you are missing, something you are not understanding, then the card is letting you know that it will also come to you. So all the answers you seek will be revealed. And the key to that is also focus and concentration and perhaps even meditation here, because it could just mean that, whatever information you are seeking, you are kind of asked to really, set the course to that without too many distractions, or to really focus on what you are seeking and, lose the distractions, lose, the fears, all those things, to keep your focus like single pointed on what you are seeking for. It could also relate to manifestation, where perhaps, there's a sense of fear that is stopping you from manifesting or accepting a situation, but the cards are telling you that when your focus is clear, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. I also feel that with this kind of being the bija akshara, which means the seed letter, the seed sound, that perhaps like fear or, ignorance stems from fear, has, and it's the opposite of love, which is the energy of the heart chakra. Perhaps a sense of fear has taken root within you, but which is really different from the reality of the situation. But when you go inwards and pay attention to your intuition, perhaps that will reveal a sense of clarity or information that will lead you away from fear. So those are kind of the energies that are indicated with this layout. That whatever fear that you have, or, and that could be fear of not having enough information. It could be fear that like you don't know enough, or fear that you just can't learn, or fear that sometimes you know too much that you don't know what you're missing. This is letting you know that, tune inwards to see clearly what information you need, or what you're missing, or what your current information is revealing to you. So let's pull some more tarot. Ooh, the Lovers, 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and 3 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. While I was shuffling, the 10 of Cups also kind of peeked out, but it didn't quite jump out, so I put it back. My table is like big here, so I have like almost half the table to shuffle, and you can't see it. But anyway, wow, what a lovely spread. My God. So 2 6s, 2 10s, and a 3. Okay. So with the 6 cards, they also relate to the energy of the heart chakra here, which, the goddess energy, goddess Lakshmi, it relates to, the divine feminine as well, but specifically the goddess of love and beauty and happiness, passion, fulfillment, wealth, abundance. My goodness. You know what I feel with this spread? I feel that some of you are stuck in your own fears, that you don't dare to believe in your own power and blessings and abundance. So specifically here, I feel that there is something amazing waiting to manifest itself. You are kind of entering a stage of life where everything is different. You'll be, it's almost like a rebirth, and you are changing, you are shifting, you are learning to act from this place of, power and wisdom within you, rather than acting from a sense of fear. And you are kind of like coming up on that cycle where everything you desire, whether it's a relationship, a partnership, like your dreams coming true, feeling so cherished, accepted, and loved, kind of accessing, your own inner power and like soul gifts and, from past lifetimes, all these talents coming up to the surface, which will result in the manifestation of wealth, and not just manifestations, not acquirance. Is acquirance a word? Receiving wealth in kind of having wealth and acquiring wealth, whatever. But anyway, and also like, things working out in your favor, luck being on your side, things just magically working out. So this new chapter is opening up for you. And there are also, new tasks, new responsibilities, new pathways forward for you that may not be clear right now. And I feel that some of you are actually stuck in this energy of fear, or here you're almost like being fooled by your own mind. I don't think you're going through like a dark phase necessarily, but you clearly don't have any idea what is coming for you right now. And it's love, beauty, magic. Wow. And look at this, like this is so happy here. I don't know. I mean, I want to pull some clarifiers and see what comes up, because this is just happy rainbows, and money and success and luck, and finally moving towards a chapter where, all that you ever hoped for and dreamed of will come true, and you will kind of be what you wanted to be. And I think you already are this person. You already are, someone who's maybe very successful, very accomplished, but you don't know it, but you don't see it for yourself. So you may be kind of self-sabotaging yourself. So you are asked to turn inwards, to really pay attention to, the full potential and magic and, abundance that is available to you right now. Queen of Cups, the Chariot, Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna do that because YouTube has regulations on nudity and stuff. But anyway, it kind of looks like a double star now, so that's just lovely. Okay, so in this new cycle that you're coming up on, you don't see it reflected. And, this also, if you were kind of like trying too hard to find a sense of fulfillment within, or to find a fulfillment in your life, or, if you're looking for something outside to complete you, or, feeling like, oh, I will be happy when this happens. That's not, you're in a stage where there's just so much accessible to you where you are, that nothing outside can really give you this sense of fulfillment that you already have within you. So rather than looking for people, or I think there's so many themes here, and relationship is definitely a strong one. If you're looking for people to complete you, or bring you a sense of feeling belonged or happy, or to feel good, if you're relying on others, turn inward and focus on yourself. What can you do for yourself to nurture this sense of feeling? And though, life is kind of a balance of, having our own inner experiences and also sharing that with others, there are phases that we go through in life where, sometimes we do have to rely on ourselves. And I think it's kind of a rite of passage, especially on the path to, self-realization or ascension, whatever you want to call it, where tuning inward and knowing that we are so complete within is kind of a rite of passage, So tune in within to understand, what you are truly seeking, and how you can manifest that for yourself. What do you need to do for yourself to feel safe and whole and loved and accepted within? And I feel that, life is really transforming for you. You're really moving away from the past into a realm where it's you haven't been before. And that's like the realm of like just eternal happiness and success and abundance like you've never experienced before. So you're kind of entering new territory here, unexplored territory. And perhaps there are a lot of, past hurts, or maybe your whole upbringing so far that is kind of working against believing in that. Kind of, I'm getting like Cinderella vibes here, like where all you've known is like, this life of just crap, like, being used by others, being looked over, kind of ignored, or just betrayed, but you maybe have not experienced what it feels like to be so cherished and loved and accepted by others. And but it's okay, you can, if those fears come up, don't let them take root within you. Don't give that too much attention. It's okay to, cry about what has happened, or if certain feelings come up, to kind of acknowledge them, but don't cling to them. Don't linger too much with them. Don't attach yourself to it. Let it go. Let it move on, and focus on yourself and what makes you happy. And because life will kind of take care of itself as you are focusing within. So this is something that I think you guys have prayed for a long time, have waited. You might be kind of, older in your, and older is so relative, but possibly you've waited for something to manifest for you, to happen, and you maybe you felt like it will never happen, but you know, it's finally happening. It's happening because you have the Star card, which is about, you know, wishes being fulfilled, destiny, dreams coming true, healing. And I think with all the other cards here, you know, this sense of really dreams coming true, like happiness and unexpected shifts in fate and destiny coming towards you. Really, I feel like a lot of this will be a surprise for, you know, a lot of people reading this. You might not know what is actually coming up for you, but be patient, focus on yourself, focus on creating thoughts of love and happiness within you, and focus on your spiritual practices, you know, whether it's meditation, prayer, be consistent with it, and yeah, tune into the guidance within and connect with the divine, because your reality is about to shift. You can't see it, but your reality is shifting, and magic is happening for you, and it'll be here soon. You know, I think you're being prepared for it. You're kind of being like prepared to really accept this destiny that is coming to you. You have to, it's important for you to know that you are worthy and powerful and to feel valued within. So don't give into thoughts of fear. Know that you are just worthy. And if you don't feel that way, if you're having trouble accessing that the information or the energy that is supposed to make you feel this way, to feel worthy and, you know, complete within, turn inward and focus on your spiritual practices, meditate, allow the divine to come to you, and you're just sorry, you're so close to such a major shift in your life. And oh my God, I'll stop there because this is amazing. And please keep me posted, you know, on what happens after, you know, maybe a little down the road after seeing this reading. So that's all for you, Pile 4. I hope you like that. I'm wishing you all the luck and love and success, and we'll see you next time. Take care.